Hello, viewers. For the YouTube channel, Lex Consilium Foundation and the playlist Going Strong, I am in conversation here with Justice MN Venkatachalaiah, who is the 25th Chief Justice of Supreme Court of India, one of the most eminent and highly respected judge. And so the next question that this matter relating to the authority vested in the Chief Justice as the master of the roster, though it is said that he is the first amongst equals. But this master of the roster issue, again, it has attracted a lot of criticism. And this was the matter on which the four judges that conference took place. So to set right this malady without the higher thing of going for a constitutional amendment, because that may not be attainable given the political setup now. So what is the practical way out to deal with the problem of this master of the roster, so that arbitrary and opaque action on the part of Chief Justice, they do not sort of undermine the sanctity of his office?
Ultimately, the problem revolves around the faith, the institution of Chief Justice, not the person. In fact, it is said, judicial robes change the man inside. The question is asked whether the judicial robe will change the man inside when he discharges judicial function. And this kind of imperfections of human behavior and character that express themselves in some kind of a controversial external manifestation. To make a rule against it is saying the obvious. The whole question is how the purity of the process of appointments is adhered to. This came to the court. They brought within them a personal culture of propriety. Here, this is a very difficult issue. How do you think the judgment master of the roster institution being institutionalized and more judges at the top collectively take a decision of the distribution of work in court? How is it workable in the first place? Second, better than a wise and mature Chief Justice handling that matter. It all depends on, again, a reflection. There are good judges and not so good judges. Therefore, you post it for one of them is the wrong thing, you post it for another is the right thing. That itself begs the question of the quality of judges themselves. If I can, as Chief Justice, I can post a case before one judge. I can also post before another judge. Where is the difference? Unless you make a difference between the two recipient judges. So
that's also a broader issue, sir, linked to this.
An endless debate on the wisdom of it ultimately lands you in a question where you think that what was happening earlier was the best. Wise Chief Justice who knows the competence of the judges and their attainments and their good points and not so good points. He can assign a case to a particular judge. What better system can devise at the present state of affairs?
The next question, sir, I would see. You would recall that there is a Bangalore Declaration about the set of values, the expected norms of behavior and conduct. So to say, it is something like do's and don'ts also, which are used. Now, this has not been formalized anyway. And perhaps the new crop of judges may not even be fully conversant or sensitive to this. So what is the way out? And this National Judicial Academy also, the standard that it was there when Professor Madhav Menon was there. So that may not also be a workable solution to bring this. So what comes to your mind, sir?
Bangalore Declaration was a very important development in the context of its times.
Yes.
I think an American judge, Sandra O'Connor, has also come.
Yes.
She was not a judge then. I think she was a lawyer. She participated in the delegation. Then that was discussed again in the Supreme Court when they adopted a set of values of judicial life. And important thinking is being raised now and then quite often. And they formulated, for example, disclosure of assets. There are two sides to the argument. Disclosure must, but put into public domain is another issue.
That's another issue.
Quite
right, sir.
But as civilization progresses, it will itself find temporary answers which are all But
Yes.
their very nature, time bound and temporary. You can't find a solution for all these problems for all time to come.
Yes.
And that the matter being debated itself is the solution.
Thank you very much, sir, for the time that you have given, the precious time that you have given. And I'm sure this would interest and impact the audience. Thank you, sir.